What's up, guys? Welcome back to the review space, and today we're going to do a short recap results, a review of last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, April 23rd, 2012. Edge tells John Cena to beat Brock Lesnar. He sort of gave him a pep talk, and Edge apparently said that this was his final appearance or whatever, or at least his contract was up, so this might be the last time we actually get to see him in a WWE ring, for a while anyway. And it was just a nice little pep talk to get Cena motivated. Alright, Chris Jericho going up against Kofi Kingston. Kofi dives from the top rope, but Chris Jericho hits the codebreaker to get the win. It was a pretty good match, actually, the longest match of the night, and this was, I guess, supposed to be a 3-hour long episode, so they really, I think this is a match that they at least try to extend and, give some time to. I really don't know. I mean, Kofi's a good in-ring performer. Jericho, of course, he's a good cruiserweight, or at least he used to be a cruiserweight style, but I thought both of their styles matched really well. I just don't know what's the deal with Kofi. When I was watching this match, I just wondered, should Kofi just be released? Should he just leave the WWE? Seriously? They're not doing anything with him. He's not getting pushed. He's been stuck in the mid-card forever, and nothing's happened with Kofi. And in his T-shirt, is it me or his T-shirt looks like Yu-Gi-Oh? Remember Yu-Gi-Oh? That's what I thought. There was a lady in the front. I think she was either in the front or in the back. There was like at least one person wearing a Kofi T-shirt. I thought they were wearing a Yu-Gi-Oh T-shirt instead. But anyway, what else? Lord Tensai squashing R-Truth. It was a squash match. It is what it is. Alberto Del Rio and Cody Rhodes tag match against Great Khali and Big Show. And the two twin towers looking dominant over Del Rio and Cody. I think Del Rio bailed out on Cody, so Cody was left to fend for himself. Alright, we have oh snap. Brock Lesnar. Supposed to be a backstage interview with Josh Mathews. He doesn't say a word, and so Josh Mathews is just like, okay, I'm just doing my job. Brock Lesnar looks like he's about to leave. Looks like he's kind of pissed off. He destroys Josh Mathews. Brock Lesnar destroying, owning, totally killing Josh Mathews. OMG. Ladies and gentlemen, did Brock Lesnar kill Josh Mathews? Holy smokes. Oh man. I guess rest in peace, Josh Mathews. Alright. Then we have a CM Punk thing where he pretended to be drunk. He was almost stripped of the world title. Did I say almost stripped? He was almost stripped of the WWE Championship. He recited the alphabet backwards, though, and then he walked in a straight line, and then he went to attack Chris Jericho. I thought the ending was predictable, but it was kind of amusing. It was kind of entertaining when he was pretending to be drunk, and the whole crowd was really into it, and he was trying to recite it backwards, and he was failing, and he was... it seemed like a very comical segment. What else we got? We got Mark Henry against Sheamus. Daniel Bryan was the guest referee. It was just a fast count. Daniel Bryan fast counted Mark Henry pinning Sheamus, and Daniel Bryan he ended up doing the yes lock, and the whole crowd was really into it. They were chanting yes the whole time. Very cool stuff. Daniel Bryan really works as a heel. And I think there was a Brodus Clay match there somewhere with Hornswoggle and Ziggler and what's his name? Who's that guy? Swagger. There you go. Santino, Zack Ryder beating Epico and Primo. And after the match, I think it was what's that guy? Abraham Washington. He approached Epico and Primo. I don't know what they're gonna do with Abraham Washington, but looks like he's going to be some kind of managerial type, maybe even a Bobby Heenan type, the Heenan family and all that. He's kind of like the head leader of some kind of faction. That's possible. Alright, the final segment was Brock Lesnar. It was supposed to be a contract signing with John Cena for their match at Extreme Rules. Lesnar instead demanded more power in WWE towards John Laurinaitis. Cena not coming out, so him and John Laurinaitis had a kind of a talk. Lesnar just, yeah, he demanded more power, demanded to use the jet that Vince McMahon uses. He just wanted more things before signing the contract against Cena, and then he eventually did it. Cena comes out, he signed the contract as well. It was there was no action here. It was all verbal stuff, just a talking segment. And that's overall that was the entire episode from what I recall, and that's it was an okay episode. I thought that it just furthered every single storyline. Some things were probably a little unnecessary. There was really no need to have the Zack Ryder stuff or the Santino Epico stuff. I just felt it was, there was a Divas match there that I completely forgot about. The Alberto and Cody stuff, the Big Show stuff, the best part was probably the pretending to be drunk with Punk, CM drunk segment, and the Kofi and Jericho match was pretty decent. I like that, and throughout the night, it was like a Brock Lesnar thing too. They kept airing Brock Lesnar's promo from last week, his segment, that UFC style promo, and they just aired it at least like 2 or 3 times this night, and I was just like, what the, they just kept airing it, and it was getting kind of repetitive. They really had to fill in that 3-hour slot. You could tell it really showed that they were trying to put filler material over. Oh yeah, and I forgot about the Randy Orton Kane segment where Randy came out, he beat on Kane. Paul Bearer was there, but nobody cared. Well, people cared, but I didn't care. That's all there was to it. Again, it was a decent episode, but we'll have to wait and see what happens at Extreme Rules. I'm not necessarily excited for the match anymore, though. I gotta be honest. Lesnar against Cena, I don't know if I really care about it. I'm not so much into it now because Brock Lesnar just seems more... He's a heel for sure, but it just doesn't seem like there's any actual... what's the word? There's no real investment in me to actually see any kind of outcome between... It almost doesn't matter who wins here. I'm sure Lesnar's going to win, but it just doesn't matter. Lesnar coming was interesting at first, but now I've almost lost interest in the actual feud itself. I think the feud is very non-prestigious. There's nothing amazing about it. And yeah, it's the best parts was probably the Punk stuff and the Jericho match. So that's about it for this episode of The Review Space, and until next time, ciao.